good afternoon, everybody. This is the Parks Commission meeting on Tuesday, July 7th. Nice to see everybody again. We have some updates to share that are included in the meeting packet regarding some playground inspection reports and some updates that are happening throughout the park, so we'll get to that a little bit later. But officially calling the meeting to order. Would anybody like to make a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting in May?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
A second.
And any corrections or all in favor?
All in favor? All in favor? Aye.
Okay, Cody, I'm gonna turn it over to you to just go over some inspection reports that were done recently at both Henry and Decatur Park.
Yeah, so, we got our inspection reports back. We went down in total number of issues. I think we were 5 less total between the two parks than last year. The important thing is we don't have any, like, major issues. We don't have any head entrapments. We don't have any, like, priority needs to be fixed right now things. It's mostly, like, paint or, you know, rust or, you know, just stuff that comes with some of the equipment being older. A couple things have already been corrected. A couple more things will be corrected this week. So, it's all here if you want to look through it. If you have any questions about it, I'm happy to answer. But overall, it was, since I've been here for the last 5 years, it's been the best inspection report we've had so far.
I'm imagining that you got that wasp nest right out.
Yeah, stuff like that, like easy stuff I'll try to get out and do the same day.
Yeah.
There's a couple like manufacturer defects that's the way that the things were installed and we get written up on them every year. Really nothing we can do about it until we take that piece of equipment out. And like I said, some other stuff is just paint, which, you know, if pieces of equipment get too bad, then we'll look at repainting them. But we kind of look at it as a like on a per case basis.
I just see the one on 20, on the page where it has this list of questions, you know, free of crush and all of that. I see that we only have one issue where it says, are all plane components properly installed and intact? Is this the thing that you were referring to, that is the installation was wrong or something?
No, because that has to do with Henry Park. That's
okay.
Henry Park, and I'm not really sure what that's referring to. I'm looking through it now.
There's a lot of information in this.
There are, yeah, they're very thorough, very thorough. I don't see anything. I mean, the only thing I can think of is
It could be the rust. It could be the rust on the bolts.
it could be the slide gaps on the slides. As the plastic heats up and everything, and that stuff moves a little bit, sometimes there'll be a little bit of a gap between the slide and the deck. And actually, that's one of the things I'm gonna do this week is go around and caulk that so it seals up the gap. So
Okay,
I believe that's what it's referring to. That's the only thing I can think of from what I see here.
Yes, it all looks very good. Thank you so much for taking such good care.
Of course.
If you remember last year, I believe it was last year, when they called with the head entrapment.
Yeah, so last year when they installed the Henry Park, the new structure in the back of Henry Park, there was a head entrapment that was installed incorrectly and had to get fixed. Pretty much, you know, they fixed it the same week.
Perfect.
So,
You didn't have anything along those lines flagged
No.
this year.
everything's fine with the zip line that just got put in. And, you know.
I'll tell you what, I see people on that all the time.
I see kids on all the time.
I just drove past it. Busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Good job.
Yeah, well done. And then, if you want to, anything to talk about the repairs, or should we kind of?
No, I mean, I just make a spreadsheet every year. It's in the back of the packet that just shows like what I'm gonna do to fix it or what the like major issues are, and then I'll fill in the dates. There hasn't been a lot fixed yet, but I'll fill it in as I go and I'll kind of update you guys. You know, some of the stuff just isn't priority stuff. It's stuff that I'll get to as we, you know, like weeds in the area, like as we go around and treat for weeds or, you know, spray vinegar in the park, I'll do that. But
thankfully not much to really
No.
discuss.
That's
as
what
part
we
of our
like it.
sessions. Yeah,
No news.
yeah.
No news? Well, it's just, I think this
Questions from the
inspection,
group regarding it? No?
I think the inspections are just the best idea that we have, and that this is a very professional inspection that's done, and I really appreciate that you take, you know, I'm glad that the town has prioritized that.
I will say the town, I think, has been doing a pretty good job with updating the equipment
Mhm.
every few years as well. So I think that also, of course, helps with making sure that we're in compliance from a safety perspective
100%.
often.
Well, and also we're not having to replace 3 things at a time. It seems like it's been one, and that's made it a little easier to stay up to date. So that's a good plan, you know,
Yeah.
to follow in that way.
Well, I suppose just sticking with some park updates, the one thing I can share as well is the breaking ground of the Stephen Decatur Park comfort station is imminent. And when I say imminent, I mean it's any day now. They'll be breaking ground. So you will see. They don't anticipate with the construction. They don't anticipate needing to block off much of the parking area. So that will not be affected very much at all. Just to refresh everyone's memory, because it has been quite some time, the conversation is going, when you're heading towards 113 on AAA and you make a right into the parking lot where the big anchor is, it is going on the right side
Where
of
the green
that.
stone for the sewer is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is the location where it's going. So there might be a little bit of accessibility changes getting to the playground area because of construction, but the company doing it didn't anticipate limiting accessibility very much at all. So just want to make everyone aware that there will be a lot going on in the park over the next, it won't take too long. They're estimating probably about 30 to 60 days from start to finish. So it'll be quick, but they're imminent.
No, yeah, say when they start, I mean, any day kind of thing.
Truly any day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. They were just tying up some loose ends on there, and then they were breaking ground. So that's one major project that's going to be starting at Decatur Park.
And what
soon.
company is doing it?
Keller.
Oh,
Yeah. So good news there. Yeah. So good news there. Hopefully by midsummer, I guess we're already there. End of summer, and it'll be done. Pending weather, of course. Projects at the park. The Girl Scouts went before the mayor and council at our last meeting, or meeting before, received approval from mayor and council, so they will be, I think, perhaps working with Cody to start getting the ball rolling on the sensory garden at the nature trail. We did do a walkthrough with them a month or so ago now, to really get a visual, Gerhard was there to really get a visual for how it's going to be. I don't know if you wanted to share anything that we met with them. I mean, everything that they presented to the group is ultimately what we discussed. There were no changes or variations from what they presented, but
Their presentation was great, they were impressive, and can't wait to, yeah, see.
and the mayor and council seem pretty excited about it too, so, that should be, I believe, starting soon. The Surf Rider group, I don't know if anybody has noticed, the Anchor Garden, I don't want to talk about that, the Anchor Garden, is close to completion as well.
Should be completed tomorrow. So they've already planted everything. We've kind of reshaped the garden. We've mulched it. We set wooden borders inside the garden today for where we're gonna have a stone path around the anchor and everything where people can actually walk up to the anchor and walk around. All we have to do is basically put the stone in it, and then we're gonna have a stone border around the outside perimeter of the garden to act as a barrier. So that should be done tomorrow, and then that'll be complete.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Do we have any updates on Heron Park? I'm just I feel out of the loop, you know, like
In terms of
anything,
like the
the skate
sale of it?
park or
Okay.
like,
Yes, I can share on the skate park a little bit. So we have 3 grants that have been submitted to hopefully, fingers crossed, assist with funding, fairly significant money grants. We should be any day now receiving word one way or the other regarding them. They've made it through the grant process, which is a really good sign, but we just haven't received any final word on anything yet, but it's expected very soon. So we're in the process of securing funding for the skate park. In terms of site location and, anything with the town, everything is moving as
Where it always was.
parcel 410, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the new public works facility, that has not progressed as quickly as we would have hoped. The focus right now truly is on getting parcel 57 squared away with the impending sale. The roadway that will be constructed to lead back to the lagoons, parcel 52, which is the lagoons, and there'll be an access road to the public facility, to the skate park. So it's all kind of intertwined, but it's very much so moving.
When do we anticipate the sale of those little suit, I mean, that's pending also?
Yeah. I don't wanna speak out of line on that, 'cause I'm not necessarily involved in the
But
discussion, but
it's moving forward.
It's
Okay.
very much so moving along. Yeah.
Good.
I assume there'll be a great big announcement when that
I'm
happens.
sure there will be, yes. I'm sure.
That'll be a
From
lot
a
of cool
concept
info.
standpoint, I know, the group has gone before the planning commission a few times to present their design concept. They're going before them for final site plan approval tomorrow. So, from a design standpoint, there's nothing strong in the process at this point. It's really just more of a formality to go through the proper channels.
Good.
So, it's all moving.
I'll keep my eyes on the headlines.
Yeah, yeah. Anything else with the parks? Am I missing anything? Okay. So, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask about the new plant, the new trees that you had installed. They seem to be suffering a little bit from, now, I have a neighbor, Laura Mulvaney, who has offered to, this would not be a stake with wraps around it. Have you've seen the plant up at the, well, I guess what they did with the cypress trees, but also the Liberty tree at the museum. It's where it's staked around. She has all of that equipment and has volunteered to do that. She just needs to get the appropriate go-ahead to protect it from mowing and stuff.
Yeah, I was going by Greg Eastman, who was here with the Fourth Street
He
Commission.
was a gentleman that's been assisting us with the tree sitting.
I followed his advice on the trees. He said you don't need to cage them, you don't need to whatever. And to be honest with you, we haven't had any hit by mowers, we haven't had any,
Well, it looked like one died.
the dogwood on the corner, I believe, has died, but I think that has more to do with the amount of sunlight that it gets in that location and it's
Well, in the
dry.
watering, which is, just, okay.
Yeah, so I
Okay,
was just following his, he was.
That's fine, I'll tell Laura, but I hope that, I hope they don't get, you can put the bags of water on them and
Yeah.
stuff like that to help them make it through the first summer, that's all.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about doing the cages is it makes it very hard to do any kind of weeding around the trees too, and then they get to be overgrown and get to be, I would be more willing to do the cages and do that if they were very small, they're, so.
But you feel they're large enough that they don't need to have
Yeah,
that kind of
and-
protection for
And
them.
all of my mowers have been, the guys that mow the park are well aware of where they're at and to stay away from them.
Okay,
so.
thank you very much, that's just, we put those beautiful trees in, I just wanna see them live.
Yeah, like I said, the dogwood is the only one that I've seen that's really struggled. The tulip poplars,
Oh,
and
that's great,
the other
those are
tree
beautiful trees.
seem like they're doing fine. So I think it just has to do with the amount of sunlight and where it's at. I mean, they've all got the same
Yeah,
amount of water.
dogwood is kind of an understory tree, and.
Yeah,
I
and
think they are more sensitive, like
Yeah.
they're more difficult to start young ones,
Yeah.
I think.
it's right on the corner too, so it's the most exposed to the sun. So maybe that's what happened there. The other ones seem to be doing okay.
They're full, nice full sun trees.
And they've all got the same amount of water, because when we go out and water 2-3 times a week, we hit all of them at the same time.
So you are watering them,
Yes.
I was not sure how that was going, so.
Yeah,
Well, this is a whole change for me, to see you guys
Yeah.
actually watering the same, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I'm not much concerned now that.
I
that
once
you're doing
saw,
something
no,
like
this
that.
is way before your time, but I was at the park once, many years ago, and there was an older gentleman that was going through, like, pruning, and he lobbed the top right off of the dog.
We've had issues in
So-
Henry Park with people cutting up trees without
knowledge to know what to do with the trees.
But I was
You have
cringing,
one.
and I love dogwoods, I think they're beautiful, but I think they are difficult trees to start.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's probably anything you guys did, it's just not the
Well,
easiest.
it was been dry and very harsh this summer, so I'm
And
not
hot.
surprised. You always have trees dying, so.
Yeah, like I said, the other one, it's gotten just as much water as all the other trees,
That's-
it's not done very well.
My lack of knowledge, but thank you for enlightening me on the process. Thank you so much.
And I will say too that Mr. Beesman with the forest service was really kind of spearheaded the planting plan there.
I think
And
we
we'll
need
continue
those
to do
trees.
that.
I
He's
just wanna
gonna
be
come back
sure.
before the group in September too, with more trees
Yeah.
to plant.
I'm very excited. I'd love to see it happen.
Maybe he would put dogwood underneath the bigger trees or something.
I'll let him know when I speak to him again that one didn't make it, so.
Yeah, it would be great to replace it.
Well, we've lost so many in the park along the pathway.
Right.
That we could implant with the dogwood, and that would not be a bad way to go with that either, you know. So we wouldn't have to take up a whole field, it would just be with the other.
Right.
I do believe that one of the big draws of Steve Gator Park is that it's shady for, freckled people.
Yep.
You know.
It's 10 degrees cooler under
I
that.
say
It really
especially
is.
when it was hotter, July 4th and all recently,
Mhm.
I mean, it was taking that out of the water. You know, shade path,
Yeah.
it was a lot more comfortable in the trees. Then when you get out by the tennis courts, it's baking you.
When I lived in Ocean City, my kids were little, and I would drive them to Decatur Park, because Ocean City, the parks are in the glaring sun.
Mm-hmm.
There's no trees.
No.
And to me, that seems just so much more pleasant. But anyway, that's.
I have a difficult time growing trees in Ocean City.
London Plains tree would do well there at the park, they grow fast and they're shady.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hopefully, we plan to talk more trees at our next official meeting in September.
Good.
But, the next event, for the group will be the National Night Out, like we participate every year in. I didn't know if the group, well, one, I wanted to make the group aware that it is, Tuesday, August 4th, same times, 4:30 to about 7:30. Craft, we always provide a craft. It seems that the pinwheel that we gave out for the spring celebration went over pretty well. If you wanted to stick with that, if you wanted to change it up again, so that was really just the last outstanding agenda item that we needed to kind of discuss among the group.
Last year we did those,
Succulents.
and those were a huge hit.
Yeah.
What were
Yeah. Succulents?
I like all those, but I looked up some more things that are not plastic.
Okay.
I just, that have some relation to parks.
Sure.
That's perfect.
So, and I like the other things, so if you wanna keep doing those, but I found these birdhouse kits,
Ooh, I like that.
which are
Might be
Aren't they
Beautiful.
huge?
yeah, they were
Super
at
cute.
Michael's for like $1 or something
Okay.
each, $1.49.
And
But I don't know if you can buy 100 of them, but I saw them in multiple, and then I saw this, a bug hotel.
Oh my gosh, that's
And these were inexpensive, yeah. Now, would that encourage kids to get a bee, or, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know, but they're cute,
They are
and you
cute.
cover
Are
them
they
yourself.
they're paper, you fold them.
Yeah.
I love
And so
that.
there are 12 of them for $10.99. It's just two more
Do you know
ideas.
if either of them come with the supplies to decorate?
I don't know, but this one's cheap enough that we could do the crayons again.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I think that's so cute.
That is cute.
I love that.
It kind of sparks imagination.
It
You can
does.
put other things in there other than insects.
It brings back memories.
And I'm so smart, I don't know where this came from, but I could find it.
I can Google it.
Yeah, Google
I
it.
didn't
Yeah.
see any like
They're all in my backyard.
They're
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I gotta look.
Lightning bugs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like a fireworks show every night.
The
Yeah.
spring celebration, we did a total of 120 crafts. And it took, we got through all of them, but we got through all of them. I believe at the National Night Out, we had 100 succulents and we were out of them in a half hour. But keep in mind that many adults were also taking them, so I don't know if adults
I love how Hope Hotel, it's so cute.
I think that's original and that nobody's ever done that before, it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, can I take that?
Thank you so much for looking that up.
Well, just did it this afternoon, I was like, oh,
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did.
I just like biodegradable and I like something different.
Would the group like me to email them once I research the cost of all this stuff, just to give the final go-ahead that, yes, this
Are we gonna get the good crayon?
is gonna ruin the crayon?
Yeah, the good crayon, not the crayon, I mean, not the cheap ones.
Sure.
Which one, the Crayolas colors so great, but then when you buy those like waxy ones.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't really thought about that. Well, you know what, I have a huge box of old crayons at my house.
We should have a crayon craft.
Well, this is better because, that's better because this is paint and it's messier.
And they have to take it home and do it, you don't have hands.
You said you weren't sure where you found one?
I just Googled it.
That's okay.
Bug Hotel sounds pretty descriptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's terrific.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll look it up and I'll send
And-
when I find a group.
Yeah, it should be inexpensive.
Yeah.
My only concern was really a kid would like grab a few or something, but
I'm glad we're not putting anything with plastic.
we lived.
Yeah.
We did.
We did, right.
And
I think of all the things we do.
Grab a snake or a lizard.
Yeah.
Maybe we could put a little thing in there about lightning bugs or something, the story of them or.
Oh, that's such a good idea. We
That
could
way
put
we
it in a
encourage.
magnifying glass and they, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandson's calling them lightning birds.
Oh.
That's what made me think of it.
Did he try to catch him?
Not yet. I don't think he's ready. I don't know. I wasn't there, but the next day my daughter was saying, "Tell Graham what you saw last night flying," and then he said, "Lightning birds." Oh, that's
He's so
sweet.
cute.
Yeah. So yeah. That's what made me
Yeah,
think
so
of it.
I guess for the group, just keep the date in mind, the more the merrier. Public Works typically sets us up under our tent somewhere at the park.
That's so nice of them to
Last
do
year they
that
were by the
for
food, I
us.
thought that was nice kind of being the thick of it, but,
I always
yeah,
think that's a great night.
it's great, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Should anything change with the weather, of course, I'll keep the group updated, but, it's been pretty hot the last couple of years, so.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when it's a muggy.
But that's really all we have for tonight. Does anybody have anything to share or comments, questions, concerns? Okay.
The only thing I've seen a couple of times, it's not been bad, whatever, Stevens Gator Park, a couple young kids on motorcycles, not the bike, pedal
Well,
bike.
I've seen them through town too.
And I'm riding on the walking path like it's a racetrack,
Mm-hmm.
you know, around it.
They were playing like this
Yeah.
one.
They were having
Whipping
fun
around there.
and not causing any trouble with anyone, but there was a lot of people walking around, which my father and I were, but they didn't come our way. So.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't really allow, we're not supposed to have motorized.
It says on their new motorized vehicle.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, that's,
There are a lot of e-bikes, small, frisbee golf guys a lot of times do that, but they don't cause any trouble, they go do the thing,
Yeah.
you know, they're fine, but the one kid was, I mean, motoring fast all across, like a racetrack. And then in the parking lot across the street riding wheelies.
oh boy.
He was getting right.
Well, it's good to know. I've been like, did a really
Spice
before.
Not
Right
really.
before-
I haven't seen him roll with him, I
Put
just
spice bush
mentioned
butter on my spice bush.
Oh, okay.
So,
So that's like a lantern.
Well, that's it. Anyone formally?
I'm ready to, motion to adjourn.
I just wish for.
Second.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Easy.